what's up everybody and welcome back to Two Guys One Anime. My name is the Holy Apple and we're going to be carrying on with Final Fantasy XVI. So, to kind of recap the previous episode, it was pretty much all side quests and bounties, but we did actually fight our first A-class bounty, which was Atlas. So, that's some progression on the bounties, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be even stronger ones coming up in the future. I'm hoping Adamantoise is in the game. That would be pretty cool to fight again. But now we're going to be carrying on with the main story. So we have to go talk to Mid, and we are going to go visit Cid's grave, I believe.
Alright, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Cid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides, that stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Full suit of armor then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Yes, just send me on my way to go kill stuff. I'm more than happy to do that. And I didn't realise we were going to be crossing over into Star Trek territory, so... yeah. Okay, Mr. Blacksmith, do stuff.
Can I ask a favour?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Cid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valkyrie. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
think it's pretty obvious who's going where, but anyway. Why do I need to speak to you again?
You going after the stuff? Which one of these two lucky
Okay, so it's just choosing who's going. I'm taking Gav with me. Gav's like a companion anyway at this point.
You're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this stardust stuff?
It'll be everywhere. It's sand.
Runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up.
Oh, black sand. Okay.
Southern
Why are you
reaches
calling
of
black
the
sand
Velcroy, eh?
stardust?
That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
So let me get this right.
Phone at Paddle. I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supplier.
Yeah, you'll be safer.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me. I like to see him try.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna send the barkeep who knows how to vendor with people. It's a lot easier. But yeah, brilliant. So regardless of which one you picked, you don't actually have them come with you. So that's an irrelevant choice, which is fantastic to know. South of the Velcroy, I'll have a big exclamation mark over it. So let's just head straight there.
Looks like I found the river. Where's Gav?
Yeah, it didn't take long at all, to be honest. We literally just walked outside the town. And I see a Chocobo, so I'm assuming Gav's nearby. He's right there. Just camouflaged into the shed for some reason.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if stardust is what Blackthorn wants, stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Not being funny, I seem to recall that the map here would take me down to an area. Yeah. Takes me down to that area which like banks onto all this that I explored in the last part. So maybe I'll finally get a chance to go like around and see what's down there. Because I did find the massive area at the end, but there's just nothing there. Not even a hunt at the minute, so. Stardust, 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 stardust. Right, you can't even see it. They've just marked out random spots on the ground.
So this is stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Man, it looks like regular sand to me. They couldn't even modify like a patch of black sand. It's just the same sand everywhere. Yep, thought there might be one down here. X being jump does not help at all. Is there going to be one more on the coast, or is there going to be one more up top? I wonder. Nope, one on the coast. Cool.
That should be enough for now.
I swear to God,
Gav's getting on.
if that is literally all I had to do for this bit of the quest, I'm going to be pissed. Absolute waste of my time. Right, what's next? Stop jumping, just interact.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Cid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain? Hardly ever see you around the Hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Good toggle. Anyway, is that literally just it? Speak to Blackthorn. Yeah, it's just going to be one long line of fetch quests, I think, which bit of a shame because I'm fully expecting to fight something in a minute. That's probably going to have a rare material. Adamantite, maybe. I'm just hoping for the adamantoids. I'm going to be brutally honest. So I'm hoping it's adamantite he wants because adamantite only comes from the adamantoid, as far as I was aware, anyway. But then again, they said mithril engine, so they're going to get mithril from somewhere.
Blackthorn. Got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You'll be sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
I'm going to be honest, I pretty much did all the side stuff, so I'm just going to be going through this quest line now and breathing down your neck anyway. But
we'd better be getting back to work too.
Yes, go.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
We probably won't. But yeah. Unless more side stuff has opened up now that I've done this quest, I'll just go straight to Mid. I don't think any side stuff's open. I think I've literally done everything that I could do. I'm going to go... Actually, can I not check the bounties? See, like, I'd imagine there'd be a yellow dot like that. I'm going past them anyway, so I'm going to check the bounty board. But I don't think there is any there. Right, any new hunts? No, there is not. And there is... Oh, it was an S rank. I thought Atlas was an A rank. My bad. So, yeah, that was a fun one to fight. It was a bit of a nightmare, but still, dealt with him. I'm hoping to get more S ranks as we go. Because I imagine there's going to be a fair few more. But while I am here, give me rewards.
I wasn't expecting you back, son.
Because you give me free stuff, and I like free stuff. So, Briar Clamshell, ability points as well. Quite a nice amount. And 2 meteorites.
All yours.
Next one unlocked. High Cleric's Medallion. I have no idea what that even is. It doesn't even show me what it is. Okay, I won't know until I get it. So,
All done?
850 for the next section as well. Oh, Mid, we did the first bit. Now what next?
Pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Brilliant. I was actually hoping it'd say speak to what's her name. Never mind.
Cid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Cid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Good, because I ain't carrying that back. I'm more than happy to kill stuff. I literally said this in a moment ago. So, Lorbert's Pass. I think I may know what this ruin is. It's the one that's just past the village, if memory serves me right. I will check the map. No, it's not the one I was thinking of. Never mind. But, either way. We get to kill stuff.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Okay, they're getting ready for war. Nice to see that side story is developing, but not my business at the moment. I know Lost Wing's going to get attacked and we're going to get involved, but in what capacity exactly, I'm not 100% certain. I just need to plot the route. Lost Wing's like confusing to walk around because the pathways make very little sense. But when you actually get on your way and on the pathway you want to go, it's easy from there. Well, there's the helm, so where's the unwanted visitor? And why are you trembling?
There you are, Cid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
I swear to God, though, if this is a goblin, I'm charging you triple. Just for wasting my time. Oh, crazy creature. What are you? I'm hoping it's like a dragon or something. Not a dragon, like a drake. Oh, it's one of you.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
I killed the hunt version of you. But he can cast Doom. Oh yeah, Doom isn't insta-kill, is it? It's a weird encircling thing. I always seem to forget that. It's very straightforward now that I've fought way stronger things than this previously. Screw you, Doom. I'm going to kill you before it activates again. Yeah, they're not really any concern anymore because I've killed the hunt version and I kind of know what they're like.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Cid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the Hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Part 2 done. So, part 3... Wow, I'm getting a lot of quest points for this, actually. I don't actually know the name for them, so I'm going to call them quest points. Fame, I guess? Either way, it's growing very quickly. So now that they're going to be collecting that, we get to move on to the final thing. This quest has actually gone a lot quicker than I thought it would have. I thought it would have been a bit slower paced, but not complaining. It's a glorified fetch quest after all. Glorified fetch quests are still very boring. Okay, Mid. Here's your things.
Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Adamantite, adamantite. So, I want to find adamantoids, come on. Okay, you better tell me it's adamantite we need, or I'm going to be very upset. The ball is in your court now.
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames.
Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Not a bit funny. I'm taking Shiva. Just straight away. I want Shiva to come with me. Or Jill, I know her name is, but
Clive,
Shiva.
have you made your decision?
Yeah,
Who will
Jill's coming
accompany
with me.
you on your little excursion.
100% Jill. I would rather have an icon come with me.
So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Thank you. Let's go kill stuff.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor.
All I know is we're making a fireproof ship. That sounds cool.
You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
This might have worked out better than I thought.
Until then.
Because I believe, like, Shiva is originally from Northreach, or, like, the areas in Northreach.
You too, Talia.
Thank you, going to have a party. So, yeah, that works a lot better than I thought it would. But anyway... I'm still wondering, like, if this right continent is going to open up. It seems like it should. And that might be where... I might fight Bahamut here, and then move on all the way down there to Odin. Because I think Odin... You must be able to get Odin. Like, that's the only way that makes sense. Obviously not yet, because they're having a war and whatnot, and we're not involved.
Oh, where's Jill?
Yeah. Oh, literally right next to where we started. Or somewhere here, anyway.
Are those Pepio nuts?
Maybe.
The hunt for ingredients.
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Okay, now we have literally gone to a literal fetch quest.
You'll not find a bruised pippin in the fresh cuts. Come and get them before.
It's nice. Anyway, give me Pepio nuts. Or garlic, I suppose.
I trust it's all here.
Yeah, okay. Good for you. I have a ton of gil and nothing really to do with it, so... Take my money. God, I hate this guy already. Am I really out of high potions? I didn't think I was out of potions. Whoops.
Go on. Take it.
What about elixirs? Am I... Do I still have elixirs? That is the next question. I have one elixir. Okay, so I must have...
Let's see how Jill's getting on.
No, let me buy.
Buy, sell, or
Actually, can I buy from this person?
And what can I do for you?
Enhancer. The Enhancer is a stronger sword than my crafted sword that's been going through the ranks. Okay. I'll have to check in with the blacksmith and see if he's got a better sword now. That's normally what that means. I'm not buying another elixir just yet though, because I don't mind having a lot of gil, but I don't want to spend it all on this either. It's not a good idea.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Tarja. I'll see you at the Hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Anyway. So that is now that sorted. So just go back to Harpocrates. And that's the quest done. We can build a ship that can go across everything, apparently. And there's some... I'm pretty sure they're just going to fireproof the entire ship. And if they don't, I'll be disappointed, because I'm really looking forward to being able to be here for it on a ship. But
I wonder how Harpocrates
you never
is
know.
getting on with the moon dew.
We're about to find out. We're heading there right now, because there's nothing else to do. It's always odd when you do games like this. You just complete all the side missions when they come, and then just carry on with the story. Like, you fully intend to, like, go through the main story first, and then just take, like, periodical breaks, not just do all the side missions as soon as they show up. But anyway.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
I miss being the man of action, but I'm going to make you be the man of action for this next bit because I don't want to talk to some people.
Well,
Okay.
I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Yes, before that though, I'm going to the blacksmith because I want to see if he's got new weapons. I'm hoping he does, because if the shops are selling a plain sword that is stronger than my sword, I'm concerned. So, Mr. Blacksmith, Blackthorn, do you have what I want?
So, will it be?
No you don't. Okay, great. So, I can get the Enhancer +1, which is stronger than my sword completely. By a long way, but my ad. But, I'm going to hold on to Grindstone for a bit longer, because I'm not desperate for damage increase at the minute. I'm doing pretty decently. I can't be far off, like, the endgame weapons anyway. Surely. But that's if I actually end up as level 50 and that's the max level. Because if it's level 99, the max level, like every other Final Fantasy game, pretty much, then, yeah, I might be here for a while. Right, Mid, everything done. What now?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, let's start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's 1 down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
It just clicked. We're not building a ship. We're taking this ship on a cruise. This is the ship. We're literally standing on it. Oh, God. I was wondering to myself in the cutscene, like, I don't know how you're going to move this. And then it was like, no, they're not going to move it because this is the ship. So, yeah, the high wind's coming back, apparently, because that's basically what this is.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right, my mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Onward we go. Okay. Okay. We have new quests. Interesting. One's on the read. Okay, that's going to be a new letter into. So, weird science. It's a bit alarming. I'm checking the hunt board before I do anything else. I will talk to Otto in a minute, though. Anything new? No. Okay. I wanted to make absolutely sure we had no new hunts. So we have a letter to read. Something to do in Mid... I love how it's literally just called Mid's Dungeon. Is there any other side quests I'm not aware of? Okay. In that case, I will go and see what the side quest's about, and then might be able to move on to the main story. Because I get the feeling that this side quest is actually going to be a part of like, the main storyline in a weird way. So, always worth to check it. Okay, no, it's what's her name?
Here.
What's his name? I thought it was the same different person.
Just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And good hunting, eh?
Okay, so this was actually on the hunt board, but it's just not there because I didn't accept the quest. Cool. So, we're going to be fighting the Bomb King. I'm not looking forward to this because, in my memory, all bombs explode in this game. So, yeah, if the Bomb King has a detonate ability, I'm going to be very concerned. Because the radius might be enormous. But I'll have to find out when I get there. I know there's going to be loads of little bombs when I'm fighting him, though. That just seems par for the course with him. Right. Bomb sighting. Tell me where the Bomb King is. There he is. He's an S. He's a B rank, so he'll be alright. He's actually got a crown as well. The Croc in San Barek. Ruins of a fallen airship and with him a beast. Okay. I'm looking for a fallen airship. The Croc in San Barek. Okay, so it's not the area where I thought it would be, but there is something down here. So I'm going to go have a look. Maybe. Just maybe. That looks like a bomb. Yep, found it. Cool. Okay. These are... No, okay, they're not. Coronation.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
You have very weird abilities, I'll give you that. So they're slow moving and don't change course, which is something. Coronation's a big fireball. Just realised it doesn't have a stagger bar. Wyson. Okay, this might be a problem. Yeah, okay, I can see why this might be a little bit tougher than what meets the eye. And they explode, even better. There's too many of these. You know what? While I'm here, just throw a massive thunderbolt. Oh god, there's even more. It's like a firing line. They're all detonating now though, so that's something. Pretty fireworks, oh god. What the? Okay, now he just fires 5 times. Nice to know. Take you on a journey. gonna punch it to death. Just keep punching its head against the wall. It will die eventually. It was an interesting fight, but yeah, not too difficult. Definitely a big difference from Atlas. But that's the hunt done, so...
Your reign is over.
Or...
Collect the ash.
Yeah, or we collect bomb ash.
I should probably have brought a bucket.
So they'll model this in, but they won't model in the black sand. I don't understand this game. Okay, mi amigo, here's your thing.
All right there, Cid. How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Cid. Let none say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the Hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the Hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Okay, bit of a surprise reward with that one then, because now we can have more potions apparently. Yeah, consumable inventory. It doesn't tell me exactly how much black. Why do I keep getting black blood? I don't know what it's for. Okay, how much to buy? You've literally just told me my inventory is increased. Thank you for not telling me. There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's actually quite a difference now. 6 potions and 4 high potions. Tonics go up, but what about elixirs? Are elixirs still the same? I imagine elixirs still the same because they're quite... Yeah, 2 elixirs still. Because they're extremely powerful. That's why. Like, they restore all your health. So, carrying around like 5 elixirs kind of defeats the point of potions at that point. It's kind of like what happened in the old Final Fantasy games. You'd get to a point where you just have so much gil that you would just buy loads of elixirs. You wouldn't need to buy any other items in the entire game because it would give you full HP and full MP back, and you just go through everything. Anyway, Otto, cutscene.
Asterix. We'd finished sending half the Hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
For the love of God, Mid, you're killing me here.
She was building a ship.
Yeah, let's go get Mid.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Hey.
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
Okay, best read this. My journey to Canva has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the three cities. Ooh. By which I learned of the endeavours of a certain young friend of yours, which I assume would be Joshua. Maybe. Though I, for one, believe Miss Tellerman's project to be quite the valiant enterprise. Stop mentioning the enterprise. We're literally just building it as it is now. Anyway. I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their docks, no matter how deserted, and if rumour has already reached my friend, not long before the guildmasters are rapping at their door, or our door. Which is why I penned this note to you. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a Munasu, as he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any pending attack. Okay. I trust that you'll give this proposal your full consideration. Sure, why not? Just take him.
Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
That just kind of like resolved itself, to be honest. Oh well. It is what it is.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Cid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Cid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
The old hideaway. Okay. I am actually going to jump into the old hideaway for the trigger to cutscene, but then when I can get back to the main menu, I'll stop everything. It's undoubtedly going to be a cutscene. Well, yeah.
Well, Cid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will. will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Cid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Alright, now we're on to Boklad, and we're heading east, so I imagine we are going to end up coming through this entire region now, which is good. Actually, is that going to be the Mother Crystal? I don't know if that's going to be the Mother Crystal or not, but anyway, not my problem. See, it's either that's the Mother Crystal, or that big one's the Mother Crystal, or they're both Mother Crystals, who knows. Anyway, getting way sidetracked. This is going to be the end of the part. I'm going to drop it off here because we're probably going to have a lot to do going to the next area, so... Thank you very much for watching this part. If you liked it, remember to give a like, subscribe, and also comment down below telling me what you think. But we are going to be back next week with more Final Fantasy XVI. But for now, I shall see you all in the next video.